Hi, everybody. Ina here. It's nice to see you here. It is 1 o'clock on a Thursday, and I'm going to tell you something. I remember feeling so frustrated when school got out early, when there were random professional development days and there was no school on those days, because people who work, they kind of need a little bit of support around there. We can't just not show up to work. So yesterday I was reminded of these feelings of frustration yesterday, because yesterday was my son's last day of first grade. And yeah, I'm super proud of him. He did amazing. He did great. And of course, it's an early release day, right? Like the day ended at 11:55. Now, if I had been working full-time, right? I have full sympathy for people who work full-time and who are faced with this, like, okay, school ends on a Wednesday at noon, what to do, right? Obviously, stuff at work doesn't stop, right? It just kind of keeps coming. It just kind of keeps going. Hi, Abby. Hi, Marco. Nice to see you here. So what do you do in that situation? So I think that if I had meetings, if I had projects, if I had things that I was working on, I would have had to put my son in after school care. After school ends at 6 o'clock, and I was always struggling to even make it there because my work was very time consuming, and then I would have an hour commute home. So I would have to leave work exactly at 5 to be able to make it at 6 o'clock to pick up my son. And sometimes meetings run over. Sometimes people need you at 5 o'clock. So yesterday, it was the last day of school. It ended at noon. And because I am home, because I have more freedom with my time, I was able to send a message to the moms who are around and to tell them, hey, why don't we do a play date for the kids right at the time the school ends? And because moms work, a lot of people could not make it at noon. They made it at 5 o'clock. So I set up 2 play dates, one at noon and one at 5 o'clock, so that moms could come with their kids and really celebrate the end of the school year. And if I hadn't done it, nobody else would have. So I was just glad. It just dawned on me that the difference is stark, right? Before, I would have had to put my son in after school care until 6 o'clock, be the last kid to get picked up on the last day of school, guys. How much would that have sucked, right? Instead, in my new life, I'm able to organize these play dates that are going to be mom friendly, that are going to be working mom friendly, working family friendly, and also that would accommodate me, that would accommodate my schedule, and I can be there for my kids. So at noon, I went and I got my son. I had my little baby with me, and we went to the park with a couple of his friends, the ones that were able to make it at noon, and we had a great time. And the entire time I'm thinking, I'm so grateful for this time. So I wanted to start with that anecdote because it just happened. I just wanted to tell you guys how grateful I am to be doing what I do. And what I do is help you guys get here, is get to the point where you can say goodbye to after school. Not completely. My son is still in after school a few days a week, right? But on Fridays, he doesn't have to be the last guy to get picked up, right? I can go and pick him up at a reasonable time on Friday, or I can be there on his last day of school, or I can organize his summer so that he can take different kinds of summer camps, which would have been kind of hard for me to do before because I needed it to end at 6 o'clock so that I could go pick him up. Now he can be in half-day camps. He can try all sorts of different things. And this is where I want you to be. This is what I do. I was like, my title is Salary Replacement Strategist for a reason. I want you to replace your salary so you can have this freedom of time and choice that I'm enjoying now. Now, it doesn't mean that my son is not in after school. He is in after school some days. It doesn't mean that sometimes I have to work. And guess what? Right now, I'm working and he's here. He's wearing headphones and watching TV and sorting through some papers from the year, right? What to recycle, what to keep, right? Today is a day packed with meetings. So yes, we do still work, but it's the flexibility, it's the option to do or to not do. So I was talking to one of my clients today, and she told me that one of her fears was, yes, I want to start this new business. Yes, I'm all in. Yes, I definitely want to do this. But I'm being stopped by fear of what other people will think. Of, my friends, they go out for happy hours all the time. And if you're listening to this, you identify yourself. Hi, how are you? So they want to go out and what, I don't want to be the person who never goes out, the person who's like, oh no, I'm sorry, I'm working on my business, because they don't get it. They don't understand what I'm doing. And they may just start like looking at me weird, and I may start losing some friends. So I thought that was a really, really powerful statement there, because we're all packed with fears. We have so many fears of actually taking that step. And this is one that, as you start to take steps, this is one that really is real. It pops up. Your family and friends not understanding what you do. You facing the prospect of going on your personal Facebook page and talking about business. You guys, there's nothing scarier than telling someone that you love, someone you admire, about your dreams. Nothing scarier to put them on the table and watch as they potentially chew them up, right? Nothing more vulnerable than that. So having a business is not something you can do in secret. It's something we wish we could do in secret, but we can't. We have to put our names out there, and we have to embody that business owner that we are. So it's not an option for our friend, for my client, to just ignore this fear and to just say, okay, whatever, I'm just gonna do whatever is best for me. No, these fears are real. We are social people. We don't want to alienate anybody, right? We want to be there for them. So my advice to her, and which this is why I'm bringing this up here, because I want it to be my advice for everybody, is if you start to feel like you may lose friendships over your business, I think it's time to reprioritize a few things, right? I was telling her that, saying yes to friends is sort of like saying yes to my kids. When my son says, Mommy, can I play on the tablet? I say, yes, you can, but only after dinner, okay? Or only in a couple hours, or only when I'm done with this, okay? It's so important for them to hear yes first, so that they don't label you as the naysayer, as the person who always says no, as the person who always has an issue, right? So Marco says, I really needed to hear this right now. Thank you, Ina. I'm glad, Marco. It's super real, right? So say yes to your friends. Say yes to your family, and then add your caveat. Yes, I want to get together for cocktails. Yes, happy hour. Yes, I'm there. Can we please do it next Friday? Sorry, I'm not available before then, but I really want to see you. So these things are going to start to pop up. These fears start to pop up because these things are important to you. So do something to reprioritize so that it starts to feel more comfortable. One of the techniques I was telling my client about today is to set a schedule, to know when you're going to be hanging out with friends, so you can give yourself permission to do that then, and when you're going to be focusing on your business. I also wanted to tell you a little bit of a story, which is about talking to friends about what I do. So I love what I do. I love talking about entrepreneurial mindset and about creating an online presence and about exiting corporate. Like, I love talking about all this stuff. So all you have to do is just get me started, and I'll just go, right? So sometimes I forget that some of my friends, even though they want to be supportive, they don't really want to hear the nitty-gritty, because number one, they may not agree with my business model. They may not understand what it is that I do, and they just don't know how to approach it and how to react to it. So I'll tell you a little story. I went out to dinner with a couple friends on Friday, and on Tuesday. We went to see Miss Saigon, and I got to meet a friend's girlfriend for the first time. And she asked me what I do. And I was trying to avoid that question, because again, like, I can just go off on a rant, and I don't want to do that to her. So not on a rant, on like a really excited speech. And I told her I work for myself. She asked me what I do, and I said I help people who work full-time start businesses on the side so they can replace their salary within a year and do whatever they want to do. And she's like, oh, that sounds so cool. And then we started talking about a friend of ours, a common friend. And I'm like, actually, she's my client, and I'm helping her with, and then I went on. Like, I was gone. I'm helping her with her online presence. We're creating a new website, and we're creating new photos for her. She's going to show up kind of with her high concept. If you guys have heard of high concept in movies, it's basically like taking a movie plot and reducing it to one sentence. So like Titanic, the high concept for Titanic is Romeo and Juliet on a boat, right? So I'm like, we take her concept, like how she sees herself, how she wants her clients to see her, and we're creating a whole persona around it so that when people Google her, they'll find like a real person, somebody that they can follow rather than just like random set of articles. So I'm going off on this, and I'm looking at their faces. And you guys, if you're on the podcast right now listening to this, you might want to look at the video for my face. To go to the video, just go to inacoveney.com/ and then the number of the episode, inacoveney.com/43, or it might be inacoveney.com/ no, I'm on 53. inacoveney.com/53, I think. inacoveney.com/52. One of those. I'm going to splice it together so that I say the right number. Go check out the video so you can see the expression on my face. Because as I was talking about this, I looked at the three of them, and this is what they look like. Like totally glazed, right? Like, is she trying to pitch me what she does? Is she trying to, what is this about? Like, not interested at all. Over their heads, don't want to hear about it. You guys read the room, okay? And then change the topics. I'm like, okay, so how about those Red Sox, right? Like, I'm looking at them like, okay, read the room, not your target audience, right? Supportive friends does not equal I want to hear all about it. So that's when you start to sign up for group programs and masterminds and things where you can actually support each other. When you have a win, you have some place where you can go and say, hi guys, this happened, and everybody can cheer you on, because you need that. We're human beings. We can't just like run on self-praise, right? On pats on the back that we give ourselves. We need people to validate what we do, right? So that's why I join group programs anyway. That's why I like to be around those people. So anyway, that happened. And this is happening at this stage in my business. Like, I've been doing this for a little while. So if you find yourself talking about something and then not really getting a response, learn your lesson and change the topic. For this to work, you have to understand what role that person plays in your life. If that person is the kind of person that you're there for them and they're there for you, they may still not want to hear about business. I have friends like that who totally support what I do, but they don't want to hear it. Right? And this was one of those cases. So read the room and understand the role they play in your life. If these are not the people that are going to be cheering your business on, then don't talk to them about business and be done with it. If you have friends who are genuinely interested in hearing about it, then use them, right? Go and tell them your stories and get that, cheer validation thing that you need. But we all have to understand where our friends fall. And if they are important to us, make sure that we're treating them with respect, make sure that we're giving them the time of day, that we're not just ignoring them to advance our dreams. If this is bothering you, it means that it's important to you. So that's kind of the message that I had for you guys today. And I'm keeping this short and sweet because I actually have lunch cooking, because I have a client meeting in 15 minutes and I still have to have lunch. So thank you guys so much for listening. I do have a big announcement tomorrow. So if you're listening on the podcast, go to the Facebook group, inacoveney.com/Facebook, and go look up what happened on Friday, June 21st, 2019. Because I have a big thing coming up, and I'm going to announce it here in the group tomorrow. Okay? So be there to listen for it. And I'm going to give you a hint. This is going to be really juicy for people in the greater Boston area. If you're not in the greater Boston area, there's still something there for you, but stay tuned. I'll be back tomorrow and tell you all about it. All right, guys, it was very nice to hang out with you. I'm gonna go have some lunch and I will talk to you later. If you liked this podcast episode or this live, take a snapshot of it and post it on Instagram. Do @inacoveney in your stories or in your post so that I can see it and I can thank you and I can comment on it, because I really appreciate you. Number one, spreading the good word, right? For people who want to hear this message, for people who need to hear this, right? So take a screenshot, tag me on it so that I can say thank you. And thank you guys so much for being here. Thanks everybody for listening. I really hope that this resonated with you. If you liked it, put a comment in here in the video on the live, or send me a message. I'm very easy to get a hold of. If you're getting my emails, just reply to the email. Tell me what you thought. And I would love to hear from you. I always want to know what you guys think about this content I put out. All right, guys. lunchtime. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Yay, thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Click right here and check out the podcast Trailblazing Out of Corporate Life. I'll see you there.